Hello, today we will do another question of GATE 2025 of mathematics. The question is PAX denote the characteristic polynomial of a square matrix A. Then for which of the following invertible matrix M the polynomial PMX minus PM inverse X is constant? Four options are given here. So let's start the solution. So in this case, we can check for each of the matrices, then we can find PMX and PM inverse X individually, then we can solve that either that is constant or not. But that method will be very lengthy because we have to find for four matrices, we have to find characteristic polynomial of M and characteristic polynomial of M inverse individually. So that will be very lengthy and we will use here a short way. So first, for a matrix M, which is a 2 cross 2 matrix, the characteristic polynomial is x square minus trace of M into x plus determinant of M. This is a characteristic polynomial for M. So similarly, for M inverse, we can write P M inverse x is equals to x square minus trace of M inverse into x plus date of M inverse. So now we have to calculate PMX minus PM inverse x. So if we subtract these two, then we obtain x square and x square will be cancelled out. So only we are left with minus trace M into x plus trace M inverse into x plus date of M minus date of M inverse. So this equals to trace M inverse x minus trace M into x plus date of M minus date of M inverse. Now if we check the question, there it is given that PMX minus PM inverse x is constant. So no variable will be there. But we can see in our case x is there. X is with trace M inverse and trace M also x is there. So we can write these as trace M inverse minus trace M into x plus date of M minus date M inverse. Then for finding the constant value, we only have to delete this trace part. Then only we are left with date M and date M inverse, which will be constant. So if lambda 1 and lambda 2 are eigenvalues of M, then we know that lambda 1 inverse and lambda 2 inverse will be eigenvalues of M inverse. Why? Because M is given invertible matrix. So lambda 1, lambda 2 both will be non-zero and we can find lambda 1 inverse and lambda 2 inverse for M inverse. So in this case, since our aim is to find trace M inverse minus trace M equal to 0, that is, we want trace of M inverse which is equal to trace of M. That is, and what is trace M inverse? Trace M inverse is lambda 1 inverse plus lambda 2 inverse and trace of M is lambda 1 plus lambda 2. So if we calculate these, then we obtain lambda 1 plus lambda 2 by lambda 1 lambda 2 equal to lambda 1 plus lambda 2. So this happens only in two cases. The first case is if lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to 0 and the second case is if lambda 1 lambda 2 equal to 1. Because if lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to 0, then both the LHS and RHS will be 0, so it will be okay. And if lambda 1 plus lambda 2 non-zero, then we can take lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is equal to 1. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to 0 means what? This means trace of the matrix M is 0. So now we will check each and every option that in which case lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is equal to 0. So for the first option 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Actually lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is equals to the trace of the matrix. So 5 plus 3 equal to 8, 3 plus 2 equal to 5. But 1 minus 1 in the option C is equal to 0. So C is the correct option because in this case trace of A, that is lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to 0. So C is the correct option. And also for the fourth option, 5 minus 3 equal to 2. So the trace is not equal to 0. Now, in this case also we cannot say. So only C is the correct option for lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to 0. Now we will check lambda 1 into lambda 2 equal to 1. And what does it mean? This means det of m equal to 1. So we will check in which matrix det determinant is equal to 1. So for the first case, 15 minus 14, that is det of m equal to 1. So this is also a correct option. In the second case, 6 minus 4, so determinant of m is not equal to 1. So this is incorrect. And also for the fourth option, the determinant is minus 15 plus 16. So determinant is equal to 1. So this is also a correct option. So the correct options are A, C and D.